What's up, guys? It's Jessa at Sycamore Ridge, and I'm going to try to give a little bit of a farm update. It's starting to get a little windy, so let's see what I can do before I completely lose you. So we're starting out here in the garden. We finally got a little bit of weed fabric down, and the wind heard me trying to put this weed fabric down, so it picked up a little bit more. But I've got some brassicas in, alternating with some rogue onions that came back up from last year. We dug them up and replanted them, so hopefully they'll do all right. So we got a whole row of them, and then some of our strawberries from last year have started to come back. The chives that I dug up and salvaged last year are back. And then somewhere up here, I've got, I think this is the Russian tarragon, I think has come back. So that's pretty cool. And then up here, Michelle is starting some asparagus. And there's not much to see other than her kind of troughs there for the asparagus in these raised beds. And then this little row that you see here is onion sets. So that's what's going on in the garden. Still a very long way to go, but it is cleaned up and just waiting for the weed fabric. All right, now I'm in the greenhouse. Nessa's got her ball per usual. So I got a lot of plants in here. A lot of these are going to be going to the plant sale in May. But I got a lot of brassicas left that I still want to plant. And then a ton of tomatoes. What else have I got in here? I've got some lupine and some parsley. These pathetic looking straw flowers. This is some sweet William, so that could all go in the ground. A little bit of yarrow, not as much yarrow this year. Gooseberries that I started from seed. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Could be weeds. And then some bells of Ireland, some hollyhock, and some Shasta daisies. And then there's that's rhubarb. That's the one successful rhubarb daffodil. That one's about ready to bloom. So, and then a big mess. Lots of a mess, but it is what it is. It's better than it was. Right, puppy? All right, let's see. Oh boy, that had to hurt. Of course, I left my scoop right there. All right, so this is my new shed. I've got it. Oh my gosh, Nessa, are you kidding me? So there, you see I have some grow lights and more brassicas and some asparagus we started from seed. Nessa is obsessed with these baby chicks. These are ones that we hatched, and they are just growing like weeds. And they're actually doing really well. So that's a heating pad in here. And then I monitor the heat. I've got a GoV thermometer, and they're on camera. So they're being monitored closely, also by Nessa. So yeah, that was the idea behind this shed. I got some shelves and stuff in here. It's pretty crowded. I haven't quite got it dialed in the way I want it, but it's a good spot for these baby chicks rather than in the house. Nessa, come on. Let's go out. Nessa, come on. We gotta go. Oh my gosh, Luna. Girls, come on. Come on. Yep, there you go. Good girl. So it's a little windy, so I'll do my best here. But this is the shed. Obviously, it's been here forever, but we had Plot Twist Acres come out and redo the roof. So now we've got a farm shed to keep a lot of our farm equipment in here. You can see the shed is much better. It was pretty much non-existent before. And then we're going to put up this fence and some additional fence, and this will be our bird area. And then this is the Bunyasa Casa. We've got one buck. Teddy's in there. You just saw that white streak. That's Snowy. And then Lady. We think that Lady had a litter, but it must not have been successful. It looks like she buried the hole that they were in. So Still an experiment. I've never done colonies before, but we're really enjoying it, and we can tell the rabbits really, really like it as well. We still got bunnies up here as well. So that's our old man Phineas. This is our new buck, Rufus. He is a New Zealand, so he is the daddy to Snowy. And then we come over here, hi Lilo. We got, let's see. Oh, no one's gonna be out. Are you kidding me? We've got babies in here. They are hiding away inside there. They were out running around earlier with Mama, but with the wind picking up, they were probably like, nope, enough of that. Here we have Moira and her loud roommate. She won't be in here for long. She's probably announcing that she laid an egg. And then, so I got this heating hut because obviously Moira is due, and the bird. Hey! They think it's a great place to lay their eggs. So, all right, Moira, I'm gonna leave you to it with your loud mouths. This is the first nicer day we've had in a while, so everybody's just really vibing and enjoying it. How's my buddy? Oh, leaning over the fence, of course. What are you doing, boys? What are we doing? So I don't think YouTube has been formally introduced. This is Whiskey and Queenie, of course, and then that's Chip. And they're pretty good boys. Although yesterday Chip knocked the gate off the hinges while I was walking Whiskey. So there is that. Ladies. We've got several empties. Is this bonding? What are we doing? Co-parenting? There's no babies in there. What are they doing, Nessie? This is pretty cool. This is the hyacinth that my friends Ryan and Delton gave for me after Belle died. This is where Belle is buried, my last Great Dane. All right, so down here is the flower and arena area, and you can see the little business, hope to be business building that I got right there. That's the flower shed, and then of course the high tunnel right next to it. I think I went over it when it was really, really cold, but I've done a little work to it, so I'll get in there and I'll show you what's going on. So this is where we would like the riding arena to be. That's going to be down the road a little bit. There's definitely some dirt work that needs to be done, and we're waiting on some quotes. So maybe by the end of the year we'll have something like that. We'll kind of see how that goes. The high tunnel is hopping, and then of course this is the parking area for any guests. You guys can just pull down here and park over here. Like our Grow Your Own Bouquet workshop is going to take place in this building. So feel free to park down here and show you guys what we got going on over here. So these are some of the daffodils that we planted last fall. And then the tulips are opening up. This one's really cool. That's like a flame something. And then we got a few yellows and lots of red ones. It was kind of a grab bag that we got from Holland Bulbs, a sale that they were doing. So yeah, something different, some color down here, some early color. Gotta love that. All right, so I am inside the high tunnel now. It's very warm in here. I think I'm gonna raise the side just a little bit. I think the high today is like 70 or something, but the wind's blowing right now, so it just doesn't feel quite that warm outside yet. But I'll show you what all I got going on inside of here. So these are some snapdragons that I planted pretty early on. Not a lot of them, and they're doing all right. These could be, oh, this one is pinched. So I know I pinched a couple, so you can see pinch it, and then they're gonna branch out here. but some of them are struggling. Some of them more than others. I also think I could have planted them a lot tighter. I just really didn't have that many to play with. So we'll see how this goes, and I might do more for the fall. And then down here, we've got some brassicas, some broccoli. Again, everything in here is just really an experiment this year. And then I came back and I planted some seeds just earlier this week. I planted a few things, some radishes, some carrots. So kind of interplanted them. Then I got some lettuce. I planted some more lettuce. And then I've got the spinach that's been doing really well. So the spinach is going crazy. I did plant some more along there. And then we got brave. When I say we, Michelle got brave. And we planted some tomatoes in here. We did lose a few because it has got cold. So a few that were planted at the ends there. As you can see, the door situation is not great. That's something I'll be looking to improve. But yeah, this is where I planted some more seeds. And then somewhere, yeah, there's another tomato that's still holding on. Doesn't look great, but you can see it's so weird because that one is still holding on. And then this guy here is just toast. So, like I said, it's all an experiment. Oh, and then this is ranunculus, which I've never grown before. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see. There's nothing in this row yet, and I need to finish my irrigation over there. And I'm curious if I'm going to need another line on these beds, if 3 is going to be enough. So yeah, that's what's going on in the high tunnel. These are our blueberries from last year. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I think this guy, oh yeah, this guy's all right. That is a weed. That's not the blueberry. But yeah, there's signs of life. This is one of the smaller ones. And then these two are ones we got at Tractor Supply. And I'm not seeing any signs of life on them. They were not for our zone, but we thought maybe if we put them in the high tunnel, they'd be all right. But I, excuse me, don't have my hopes there. But this guy, maybe that's a weed. I don't know, we'll see. So definitely one survivor out of 4. It's not great statistics there. All right, so this is the flower shed, and you can see we started painting, and it's cleaned up more than it was. There's still a lot to do. This picnic table is going to stay down here. This will be here for the class, and once it gets nice, it might get moved outside, so we'll kind of see how that goes. But as you can see, we got some insulation done, and we started moving stuff down here. As we were moving stuff out. So there's still a lot that needs to be done sooner rather than later, but I got all the crappy flooring is out. I got somebody coming to pick this stuff up. I need to finish. I think I'm going to have to do a second coat on this. Then I'll get this side done, and things will really be moving and shaking. And then if you come out here, I was showing you in that lupine in the greenhouse. I actually planted some out here. It's kind of hard to see, but that, okay, Luna, can we not put the ball on the lupine or step on it? So there's actually 3 of them. Luna's stepping on one, and this is trying to put her ball on the other one. Ball? Is that your ball? We didn't know you had a ball. So this will be the flower area. I got some tarps down. Obviously a lot of work to do, but I do have some planted. I'll show you those. All right. So as you can see, I've got peonies growing, and I love peonies. They remind me of my grandma. I know people say they don't like them because of the ants, but the ants are supposed to be there. It actually helps the plant. But these first two, this one and this one, are actually ones that I've had for a while, and I split them up and transplanted them over here, so they look really good. And then the rest of these are from a gal in Sydney that let me dig them up off her property. She didn't want them anymore, was thinning them out. So I'm super excited. I'm curious if they'll bloom this year. I hope so. They look really good. Which kind of funny, I transplanted them from over there, and I must not have got them all because there's some getting started over there. So yeah, I might have to dig those up and add them to my row over here. The sound quality right here in this section with the wind was particularly awful. So I'm going to do a little voiceover here. But all I'm telling you guys is that this little section here, this is on the back side of our property. And we have dubbed it Lily's Lane. And it leads up to Lily's grave, where I've got her buried on the farm. And if you don't know, Lily was the first dog I had when I moved out on my own. She was a Border Collie, Great Pyrenees mix, and Nessa actually reminds me a lot of her, obviously with their Border Collie tendencies. But anyway, we just are excited to share this little piece of our property with you. We're going to do some planting and maybe have a bench out here. So we do invite you when you come visit to take a walk up on Lily's Lane. So I'm just going to lead you through it a little bit, and hope you enjoy. All right, guys, that's all that I have got for today. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, have a great day, and I hope you can make it out on the farm soon. I'll catch you guys later. Bye. This is Coco and Chip. Coco, I wish you'd quit crapping in your water.